My little brother, you give me permission to do this, publish this interview on social media.
I sure do.
What's your name, please?
Michael Needham. My nickname's Speed Bump.
Michael, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Montgomery County, Troy, North Carolina.
Michael, were you loved as a child?
Well, I came from a broken family. My dad was an alcoholic, used to beat on my mom and stuff when I was little, and my mom divorced my dad when I was 9 years old.
Mom and dad still alive?
Now everybody's dead.
Brothers and sisters?
I got my brother, he got killed in '08 on Mother's Day weekend when that tornado touched down in Greensboro. He was driving a mail truck and didn't see it coming, and it hit him head on. Then my mom, she died October of 21. Got a sister, but we don't have no contact because she screwed me out of my part of my mom's will. That's the reason I'm homeless now.
You married? You got kids?
Divorced twice. As far as I know, I ain't got no kids.
Michael, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Uh, Really, probably Christmas time when everybody was at the house together.
You have pretty good Christmases?
Yeah, when I was little.
Mike, have you ever dealt with addiction?
Yes, I have, and I'm dealing with it now.
Tell me about it. How long you been in it?
I've been messing with drugs ever since 1988.
What's your drug of choice?
Well, it used to be crack and heroin, but I got off of that. Now it's meth.
How's it changed your life? How's addiction changed your life?
Well, addiction, it ain't all what it's cracked out to be. See, I could been a better person. I did 10 years in prison, just got out in May. I was drug free for over 10 years. And then when I got voted out from the Oxford house where I was staying, I was too far back in rent. Didn't have no way to get a job because the prison lost my red jacket that had all my identification, my social security card, and all that stuff. So they voted me out, and I've been living on the street. And that's when the straw broke the camel's back. It was me against the world, and I went back to doggone using. But now, since I got somebody in my life now, she's helping me and I'm helping her. I kicked the habit. I gave my roly bowl away last night. Said, I'm good. I don't want it no more. I'm supposed to be going to 90-day dark September the 3rd in order to keep from going back to prison. But I don't know if I'm going to go or not. I can't leave her out here by herself. I'll be worried to death every day.
Yeah, sure, good people, man.
So I don't know if I'm going to cut this ankle bracelet off and run and take her with me or what. She's my main thing on my mind. I got to look out for her.
I think the wisest thing, because we're all bound by the law of the land. You cut that off, they'll come after
I
you.
already know.
And the easiest thing, not the easiest thing, the wisest thing is do what you got to do to get it behind you. You run, it's not behind you. When they catch up, it's going to be longer.
Yeah, I only got a 12 months post release, but as long as she's safe and she's took care of, I'll probably go ahead and do that 90 days.
It'd be wiser than running. But I understand the struggle.
See, if it was just me, I wouldn't have a care in the world, but I got somebody with me that I got to make sure they okay.
So the way you wound up in the street is because you came out of prison and straight out of prison into the street.
Now to an Oxford house, and since I couldn't get a job because I didn't have no identification and stuff, they voted me out because I was too far behind in rent, and they put me on the street. So I've been on the street now for about almost 2 months.
Was you dealing with addiction in the Oxford house?
No, I was clean.
How come you had a hard time getting a job?
Like I said, when I got out of prison, the camp lost my red jacket that had my identification, my photo ID, my social security card, birth certificate, and all of that. So out here, if you ain't got a photo ID, you can't get a social security card. DMV prints off photocopies on paper, Social Security Administration won't take a photocopy on paper. You got to have the plastic.
What was you in prison for?
Well, when I got out in 2013 from doing 11 years, I was out for about 6 months and 8 days. I got my my post release transferred to Lenoir County. So I was trying to work my marriage out. I got back with my second wife. I couldn't get a job legally because of my criminal record. I had an armed robbery on my record. I couldn't even get a job flipping burgers at McDonald's. So I was feeling like less of a man because I'm old fashioned. It's a man's responsibility to take care of his family and help his spouse. Well, since I couldn't get a job legally, I felt like less of a man sitting on my backside at night. Can't help my wife pay bills. She was having a hard time. So I started selling pills to try to help my wife. And the guy I was going through, I went through a few times, no problem. And then the last time I went through him, he set me up with undercover.
So how much time did you get for that?
10 to 13 year. I did 10, which was my minimum. I'm out now on 12 months post release.
Got you for manufacturing distribution?
Now they got me for one count for attempt to traffic by sale in opiates 28 grams and greater.
When were you first introduced to drugs?
Back in the early 80s.
Just teenager?
Yeah.
How you support your lifestyle today?
Well, now people come around, give out food and stuff to the homeless, which is a blessing. And I tell them every day, you know, God bless you. You know, I thank you for what you're doing for the ones that's less fortunate. And at times when I don't find no food, and I go in the stores, if I got a chance, you know, I just get enough to feed me and the one I'm with. I don't like the doggone have to steal, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to eat.
This is a dangerous lifestyle, ain't it?
Yes, it is. That's the reason I sleep at night with my knife open.
What kind of stuff you dealing with out here as far as what's dangerous?
People is wigging out on fentanyl and stuff like that. Then you got people that be talking to themselves like somebody's there and ain't nobody there but them.
Yeah, I deal with a number of people out here that some of them I know have demons. And is that yours or mine?
Yeah, it's my ankle monitor beeping. I gotta charge it, and I ain't got no way to charge it right now.
But yeah, I deal with people out here that some of them have demons. Other people, I think the drug is changing their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand the drug as best as I understand it, knowing that there's a bondage that's been created that they can't get loose of. It does something to
I
his
be
mind.
trying to talk to them. I said, you need to get off that stuff. It's no good for you. Because I'm tired of crying over people I care about ODing on fentanyl and stuff. Because I had so many brothers that did all this time in prison. They get out and they OD within a week. Like a couple of my friends, I had the doggone bring back. That's one guy I didn't even know. I had to give him CPR and bring him back. Like I said, you know, I'm old fashioned, you know. It's a man's responsibility to look out for the female. As long as the female is happy, then the man's gonna be happy. See, all these women that be coming up and down, walking the road, is on drugs and everything. I ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but I always ask them. I said, "Baby, y'all okay? Y'all straight? Y'all need anything?"
That's why Daddy raised us.
Yeah, Mama raised me like that. I got one friend, her name's Sarah and everything. She be talking to herself. You know, I be trying. I hung around her. When I get around her, it's like I got a father instinct trying to help her and everything. We would go down to Pastor Moses. He said, "You're doing a good job." I said, "I don't know, Pastor Moses. You know, I think I bit off more than I can chew." I said, "Pray for me, cause I'm gonna need the help." He said, "Well, you're doing good." Said she listens to you, and for about a week, you know, she was straight. When she get ready to start talking, I said, Sarah snap out of it, and she'll quit talking to herself and stuff.
What is it that people perceive about you that is misunderstood?
Well, I guess a misunderstood thing is they think they be able to run over me, and I won't do nothing about it. See, I try to not to live the lifestyle that I used to live, but sometimes it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, but when they try to run over me and misuse me, then I go back to my old ways. See,
What's your biggest regret?
my biggest regret is ever getting into the gang.
Drugs?
Not gang.
Oh,
See,
a gang?
yeah, I'm 88 to the gate.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's Aryan Brotherhood. I really can't talk about that because I'm not trying to get messed up. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm starting to kind of fall back from it because my heart's still there with it, but my body and my age, I just can't hang with it no more. But one of our laws is brotherhood implies you're a brother until the day you die. So regardless if I'm still banging or not, I'm still AB until I die.
I've ministered to a few gangs out here.
Yeah, stuff like that, gang stuff. I really can't talk on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't in, you can't talk about it to outsiders. That's one of the laws.
You have family or friends or who supports you out here?
I support myself.
Just do what you can to get by.
Take it one day at a time.
Tell me the difference about your life now in comparison to what your life was like before you got into prison and everything.
Well, I got into trouble back when I was 14. I went to training school, did 2 years there, went to prison in '86, got out in '88, went back in the end of '88, got out in '89, went back in '89, got out in 2000, went back in 2002, got out in 2013, went back in 2014, and I just got out May of this year. So drugs has really had me in and out of prison over half my life. I done did about 34, 35 years combined.
What's your biggest fear, man?
Uh, whew. My biggest fear, I would say what I am now, homeless, staying on the street. That and winding up my having to kill somebody to keep from doggone killing me.
What's the biggest thing in life at this point? What's the most important thing you've learned?
Always put God first.
Are you put God first?
I try to. Every morning when I wake up, I give him thanks for letting me see another beautiful day. And at night before I go to sleep, I ask for him to watch over me and my girl here to make sure we stay safe.
You said that you've quit doing drugs.
I stopped yesterday.
For somebody who's living in the street, what would be your biggest advice to them?
Seek the best help you can to get off the street. If you're on drugs, go to doggone Phoenix, get assessment, start doing drug classes, or try to get into some kind of program like Rebound or Crossroads Reentry, whatever you got to do to help you get off of it. Because drugs ain't the way to go. You see what happened to me? I'm out here on the street. If you ain't on drugs, don't never try it. But once you try it, you hook. And then you might have to wind up and somebody be using one of these on you to bring you back from dying.
Michael, we appreciate this interview.
And I appreciate you giving me the chance to do the interview.